Hi everyone, this video is to teach you how to use Webex for online teaching. So New Continent Academy is going to obtain the license for Webex Meeting Center, and we are going to schedule each of your class. As the teacher, you're going to receive an email as the co-host of the class you're going to teach. Once you click on the link in your email, it takes a few minutes for the automatic downloading, but very soon this window will pop up. Once you get into this page, the first thing you want to do is to click on this voice conference. Okay, this is very important. So once you click on this, you are connected to the meeting through voice. That means all your students should be able to see you. You will notice that over here there's a headset, right? Over here with those green lights blinking, that shows that you are connected through voice. The second thing you want to do as the teacher is to turn on this webcam. Okay, once you click on it, it takes a few seconds, okay, for you to see yourself, and it takes a little bit longer time for your student to see you. Just not to distract you during this demo, I'm going to turn off so you can see when the webcam is on, it's green. When I turn it off, okay, it becomes black. And another thing I want to let you know is that you also see the speaker sign, right, in this corner. So if you want to mute yourself, if you are doing something that you don't want anyone else to hear, okay, you can click on the speaker so that none of the participants can hear you. And this is a very important function. As the host of the meeting, you have the privilege to mute every other participant's speaker. So when you are giving the presentation, when you teach, you don't want any noise coming from any of the students. Make sure that you mute everyone's speaker. Okay, but when you want to ask a student and ask him or her to answer a question, make sure that you turn on the speaker. The third thing I want you to remember is to click on this recording button on the upper right corner. Okay, you want to report each of your sessions, since as New Continent Academy's attendance policy, we allow students to miss 2 classes since it's summertime. It could be also they are sick. So when you record your session, it will be automatically saved on the Cisco's Webex server. So you're going to receive a link to this recording. Then if a student misses a class, he or she sends an email and asking for your lecture recording, you can forward the link to him or her. So that's another very important thing that you want to remember. Do record your lectures, okay, so that the student who missed a class can have an opportunity to listen to your lecture. Now, after all these things done, again, you probably want to come to your class 5 minutes earlier, okay? You don't have to, but if you want, you can also remind the students, okay, I don't have anyone attendees on my list right now. Usually, once we enroll the students, okay, their emails will appear in this box, okay, so that you can just send the reminder to all of them. Especially when the class begins, you still see some of them are missing, are not here yet, okay, you can definitely send an invitation or reminder to them. Now, let's turn to the menu bar. Okay, so Webex is very simple and easy to use. And the menu bars here, you can see we have File, Edit, Share, View, Audio, Participant, Meeting, and Help. I would say the most important menu that you always need to use is this Share button. Okay, so now let's click on Share and click on File. That's how you are able to upload your PowerPoint presentation from your computer and share that with the class, with all participants. Okay, say I'm going to upload my PowerPoints from this particular folder. I believe I saved it. Okay, so that was the presentation. That's the PowerPoints I prepared for our May 5th meeting, the presentation. So you can see that this is the PowerPoints. Okay, you can turn the page by using the arrows on the top. Okay, so next page. So that is the page with all the information on the screen. You can see it, your students can see it. Please also note that there are several things, okay, there are several other toolbars that open up once you open a file. The first one, this blue arrow pointer, is the one that you can use to point to a particular line. For instance, I want to highlight this and say, look, this is the information about 2015 to 2016. Okay, definitely you can also use the marker or the highlighter over here. So if I use the highlighter, see that's red with the black background, it's not that obvious. I can also change the color, say to blue. Okay, this one is not any better either. But anyway, there is also an eraser for you to erase whatever you just put down on your on your PowerPoints. So that is the first thing that you have to know, that how you upload your PowerPoints to share with the class. The second function under share is this whiteboard. So then it opens up the whiteboard, okay, that you can write. Say if I want to type, then I click on this big T, means text. Okay, so I can type hello, okay, and then everyone can see it. Okay, everyone can see that I type a hello. Based on our testing in the past several weeks, okay, there is always a delay when you open the file that you can see on your screen. It does not mean your students can already see it. So every time you type something or you open a new file, always ask the students, can you see my file now? Okay, can you see what I just typed? Just to make sure that they already are able to see it. So this share and the share file and the whiteboard command, okay, are the most important one. You can also open the web browser, okay, during your lectures, okay, but make sure that once you open a new browser, okay, you still want to go back to your Webex center, okay, you have to point your mouse to the top. Okay, point your mouse to the top. Okay, then there's a drop-down menu bar, just like what we had before. So if you want to return to your Webex page, make sure you click on this stop sharing. Okay, so now we are back to this this whiteboard. So when you have this whiteboard, okay, you have to make sure that you're on the right tab. Sometimes you open a PowerPoint where you also open a whiteboard, and the more files you open, okay, you have to make sure that you will be able to go back to find it. So those two are pretty much the most important commands I think you will use very frequently during teaching. Another very useful tool I want to share with you is under File. Okay, under File, if you open your file from here, okay, open and share, it's very similar to share. Okay, what I'm going to show you is this open poll questions. Okay, you cannot review polling information because the polling panel is not currently available. Click OK to open the polling panel. Okay, then click OK. Then it will pop up, okay, kind of your own computer's directories. Okay, that's only useful if you have created a poll question beforehand. Since you don't have access to Webex after your class, I would suggest that you create your questions in a Word document and then copy paste. So to this WebEx poll questions. So right now I can only click cancel since I didn't create the poll questions beforehand. So you see that this polling box open up on the right hand side of your window. So what you want to do next, okay, see there are types of the questions, okay. You can either create a multiple choice question, you can also create a short answer question. Today I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to create a multiple choice question. So I have to click new. This way I'm allowed to type, okay, a poll question. So my question is, what is the color on the whiteboard? Okay, so once I finish this question, I'm going to click add on the answer. I'm going to give the students the option to answer. Okay, so the first one I put is pink, for instance. Okay, you only need to click to hit enter to get into the second option. Okay, blue or black. Okay, then you can click on open poll, and then the students are given 5 minutes to answer your questions. I think this is a very good way to check. Okay, you don't want to just to talk about your slides all the time. You may want to stop after every 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, sometimes you ask a student particular questions and let him or let her to answer, or you can just do a poll so that you know whether the whole class have been paying attention and whether they fully understand what you just said. So I consider this is a very useful function and very fun to teach online, right? This technology is not available in our classroom, okay, without the WebEx center. I know people can do that through cell phone for the poll, but this is very convenient in the WebEx meeting center. So I believe that's most of the most important functions you will be able to use for your teaching. The other thing I want to note is about this chat box. Okay, so the chat box is most useful for students to ask you questions. Okay, you don't have time to type a question right under the chat box when you're giving the presentations, but let the students know they can type and ask you questions, especially when you turn off their speakers, so that the noise come from one person won't disturb the whole class. So if they type a question, okay, say, what does that mean? They can either send it to everyone, okay, or they can send it to a particular person as a private message. If they send it to everyone, okay, then the whole class can see it. Then you can stop, okay, and answer that question. So the chat box, okay, can be another very useful function for you to interact with your students during the class. I believe that's most of the most important thing I want to talk about that in this particular video. You may uncover new functions that's going to be useful for your teaching, and you are very welcome to share with the group. Thank you very much for watching this video. I look forward to talking to you soon then. Bye.